Hello everyone, and a warm welcome to this video and to my channel if it's the first time you're finding me, or if you are a returning subscriber, a warm welcome. What we're going to be doing for the next hour or so is we're going to be looking at the overall energies of the month ahead, which is August 2023. It's a big month, it's quite a momentous month, there's a lot of energy in it, and we need to get ready. We have 3 moon events. We have 2 full moons, which are supermoons, which means that they are closer to Earth, they're more visible, they're going to appear very large in the sky. They have particular power and authority, I'm hearing. We also have a new moon in the middle of it, and we have got Lionsgate on 8/8. So all of those 4 events are opportunities for healing, for light download, for reflection, review, creativity, etc. Okay, so, but I'd like to look at the whole month overall, I think, in this video, and I'm recording it on the 1st, which is the full moon in Aquarius, which is due to become full in about 4 hours time here from when I'm recording it. So looking forward to seeing that moon in the sky tonight. I believe the full moon at the end of August is in the sign of Pisces, and then we also have a new moon in Leo as well, right in the middle of the month. And then of course all that lion energy as well. You've probably noticed that there's quite a lot of white energy already in this video. The white flowers, the white vase, the white rose in particular really wanted to be in shot. And, you know, that is linked into many things, but it's the energy of purity, innocence, cleanliness, holiness, sanctuary. So lots of things coming up with the energy of that rose, and it may well be talking to you through this video as much as I am talking to you. Okay, so let's just see where to start, and I'm going to start with the white spray, which is the Archangel Metatron Pure White Light Download. Okay, it's exactly what it says it is. It's a download of white light. Let's start with that. See what we get, and then we're going to pull some cards. Okay, so let's start with the white energy. Calling in Archangel Metatron, calling in the energy of Christ, calling in all that is good, all that is holy, all that is pure, calling in the energy of your higher selves, calling in the energy of my higher self, calling in all who are here to help, not hinder, during these times on our earth and during these times in your life. Just take a moment just to focus on white light, breathe it in, see it around you, see it around the world, see it around your mind's eye, see it around your chakras, see it around your feet, see it around your life. And I'm being shown the energy of your life as a beautiful cloud. So whatever your name is, whether it is Carol, Tracy, John, whatever your name is, Miranda, I'm just seeing a cloud formation, and it's a beautiful white cloud. And in that cloud, the energy of your name, your signature, your soul, and just wanting to fill that whole field with white light. I'm actually being shown now that that white cloud that I'm being shown is actually your future self. Interesting. It's your future self. So imagine your future self standing in front of you, beside you, imagining it as a cloud or any other formation that makes sense to you, and just put into it the energy of white. which is the fresh new start. It's the energy of clarity, the energy of ultimate healing, the energy of enlightenment, evolving, purity, innocence, and love. And know that that is sealed. Know that that is there for you in your future. Also now you, in terms of your present self, your present body, your present mindset, your present dreams, your present ambitions. Again, just bring the white light in to all of that. Bring it in around you, within you, so that you become that white light. And then feel that white rose, which is within your heart, opening, opening, opening to receive the gifts, the beauty, the peace of this month to come. And this peace and beauty and love to come that is available now is coming in a protected way. It's coming in amidst noise and chaos and disruption that may very well be out there, but it doesn't have to interfere with you and your essence, your soul, your truth, your very beingness. It feels as though the white energy, the white ray, is the ultimate healer this month. And so turn to that when you need to turn to it. When you're feeling confused, when you're feeling stressed, when you're feeling angry, when you're feeling upset, when you're feeling in any way out of balance. Return to that white breath, white light, white noise, white scent, white oil. And so let's begin. Okay. The white oil that I was seeing was magnolia, the magnolia flower. Okay. Let's pull some cards. Let's go to this deck, which is Denise Lynn's Sacred Destiny deck. And I think I will start with 2 cards from this deck. So we have the energy of potential. That's beautiful. And look at all that darkness. It's actually a mountain in darkness. And at the top of the mountain, there is just the Milky Way. I say just the Milky Way. It's the Milky Way. It's the constellations. It's the galaxies. It looks as though there is a face in the starlight, in the cloud formation over the mountain. The mountain in darkness. The mountain is you. The mountain is your potential. The mountain is your strength. The mountain is your security. It's all there, seeded as potential within you. Even if right now you feel secure in who you are, what you do in your life, there is more strength to come. There is more protection to come. There is more knowingness to come. There is just more to come. If you are feeling completely wobbly and disassociated and out of sorts, again, the mountain in darkness is just reminding you of your hidden strength, of your hidden ability, of your hidden wisdom. It's all there. And it feels as though over August, with these 3 powerful moon events, which are going to light up the sky, the brilliance of the moon lighting up the sky, bringing light to the darkness, is very much about that for you. So just as the moon does every night, so you can do also in terms of illuminating who you are, what you are, and what the next steps shall be. I also feel as though this card is suggesting that dream state might be particularly powerful this month. I've personally been having some very powerful dreams recently, very symbolic dreams that when I wake up in the morning, I think I really need to write that down to try and understand it, although often it is understandable. I will share one that I had 2 nights ago, which is, I think, relevant for everybody and for this month, particularly with Lionsgate coming up. I dreamt about 6 lions, and these lions were, they weren't caged, they weren't in captivity, they were just roaming around. And I went up to one of these lions, and although I understood that the lion had great power and would be able to devour me if it wanted to, and so I needed to respect it, I didn't feel threatened by it. And I was understanding in my dream that myself and the lion, or you and the lion, when we are at one with that animal, for example, and the animal sees itself in you, and you see yourself in the lion, there is no competition, there is no aggression, there is no fear between the two of you. You are at one with the lion, basically. But there was definitely a thing about respecting what it stood for, respecting its strength, respecting its dignity, respecting its sovereignty. And if it sees those qualities in you as well, then all well. If there's still work to do, well, there's still work to do, and that's okay also. So yeah, what's your dream state? What's your dream state? We've also got the energy of wisdom on the bottom of the deck. I will take that, although I want to shuffle the card again, the deck again, but I'm always interested what's on the bottom of the deck as well. So at the top of the deck, we've got potential in the mountain, the highest peak that we can achieve, obviously linked into the element of earth, even though it's also reaching up to the sky. And then wisdom in this deck is linked into the depths below, as above, so below. We have the bottom of the ocean. So we have the top of the mountain, the summit, and here we've got below the earth's surface. We've got searching, and again, this feels very dreamlike. It feels very Piscean, the energy. Dream state, going into the subconscious. Remember with the moon, 3 moon events. The moon is always about our subconscious, our intuition. We're going to be, if we are open to it and if we invite it in, able to retrieve some lost gems. And the lost gems feel as though they are parts of ourself. They are what has been hidden or has been avoided for whatever reason, lying on the ocean bed floor, waiting for you to remember that they're there to pick them up, as it were. Okay, so that's beautiful. I also feel as though in a month and in a year and in a time when we look out onto the collective, and as I say every video, there's horrible stories happening. There are many potential worries, and there's plenty about the way that I see the timelines going at the moment, which I really don't like. You know, I think, oh God, we could do better as a species than going down this or getting into that. It feels as though we're some days, on a bad day, it's like we're moving away from unity, we're not moving towards it. Maybe it's also my age that, you know, every age will always look back to the past and think, oh, but it was better then or whatever. But, you know, life is ever moving forward. But what I'm trying to say is that we can look and we can see things that we don't agree with or we don't like, but it's still a very beautiful world. And it's remembering that. Look at that, the Milky Way, the stars. You don't have to pay anybody to go out and see that on a clear night. Again, the oceans available for all. So it's just like the elements showing their beauty. And I'm saying that, you know, in a time when I also know that the elements are playing up, in terms of weather. I'm not going to cover that on this video. Might come back to that in another one. Okay, let's pull one more card. I feel as though there's one more to come out of this deck. So show me the energy, please, that is arriving for us this August. Please, can we see the energy that is arriving this August? Forgiveness. Yeah, I was picking that up a little bit earlier. So forgiveness coming in. We've got miracles as well on the bottom of the deck. Forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. It's the big one, isn't it? It's the one that often holds us back the most. When we can't forgive, we can't let go of what has been done, what has been said. And often also with regards to ourselves, we can't forgive ourselves for, 110 different reasons and more. I'd like you to maybe just think of what it is that you find most hard to forgive, and to open your heart and your awareness to miracles coming in this month that can help you move towards it. Remembering that when you forgive another, you're actually opening the door to allow yourself freedom to fly and move and just be free. It's got everything to do with that. You're setting yourself free. So we have the energy of forgiveness. Okay. I think, okay, we'll just take this one card as well because it's looking at me. Look at that. How beautiful is that? I was talking about the white symbols earlier, the white feathers, the white flowers, the white crystals, white clouds I've been talking about. Now we've got the white wolf. And we have the energy of purity. We've also got the energy of snow. You see, I just keep feeling the energy of the need for a clean sheet, the need for a blank sheet, the need for a fresh new start. And we are, over halfway through this year now. And it just feels as though this is the time for us to do some big clearing. That could be ancestral clearing. It could be clearing out your closet. It could be clearing out misunderstandings within a relationship. It could be clearing out toxic junk DNA from your being. Remember, if you're working with the energy of white and you are consciously attuning to the light downloads that are available this month with regards to the 3 moon dates and Lionsgate, see them as 4 pillars through the month ahead. There is an opportunity there to flush through your being with white light. When you flush through your being with white light, what you are doing is you're naturally clearing out that which no longer serves you. Because white light has a very high vibration. And if you bring a high vibration into the body and you become that, or you evolve to try to hold more of it, then that which is not that has to leave, okay? So this does, though, necessitate you having a conversation with yourself, getting in touch with your higher self to give permission for this to happen, okay? To welcome this opportunity. Because the truth is, you can have as many portals and pillars and windows in any month that you can. So there's opportunity always, but there will always be those that just turn their back on it or self-sabotage it or point out, refuse it, because maybe they're very comfortable where they are at the moment. They're in a comfort zone of discomfort, but it's still a comfort zone. And they don't wish to actually move on. You've really got to have a very honest conversation with yourself about where you're at and what you wish for, and whether you truly are ready to move on to whatever the next thing is in your life. And if you can be honest with yourself and clear the blocks that might be preventing that from happening, then it gives you a huge springboard for the rest of the year, okay? But only you can do that work. Only you can really tune in to, okay, how am I feeling? What do I really want? What is in alignment with who I am? What is who, what, where is in alignment with who I am? It's knowing thyself, basically. It's knowing thyself. This feels as though it's a month to get more in tune with who you are and know yourself better. The white light helps with that. Now, it has to be said at this point that to know thyself means stripping away a lot of the distractions and the addictions that might be preventing us from doing that. So, if you're somebody who likes to drown your sorrows in drink, or you overeat, or you overdo anything, any sort of addictive behavior, which ultimately is really about avoidance. It's about not wanting to feel something or look at something or acknowledge something within self, then you're going to handicap yourself through this month. So ask Spirit to help you to loosen the grip of anything that is causing a distraction, an addiction, or taking you out of alignment and out of focus with what actually is important to you. And what is important to you might not be important to anybody else. It's your life, you're here to lead it. So this can be a very, very powerful month. It can also be a month which just completely passes people by and very little happens. As always, we are the divine orchestrators of our own life. We get what we put in. And if you put the same old mindset in with the same old blocks and the same old buts, you're going to get the same old thing back. So really important to work with this white light. I feel right now I'd like to pull some charms. So let's do that. Let's pull some charms and see what they can add to this conversation that we're having at the moment. So let's just see. So August 2023, for some reason I wanted to say autumn, which of course is also what you call fall in the States and Canada. But I'm also being taken to autumn, fall for whatever reason. I don't know why. But let's just try and pull it back. So I was asking about autumn. You said I've done it again. I don't know what that's about. I mean, actually, we've been saying it's a bit like autumn already here. The summer feels like it's passing us by. It's very cool. It's very windy. It's very wet. It feels almost like October. Okay, why have I got autumn on my tip of my tongue? What is that? What is that? Hold on a minute. Is that, I think it's a dragon. Yeah, it's a dragon. Oh, sorry. You're not over there, are you? You're here. It could be a seahorse. Oh, no, I think it's a dragon. I think it's meant to be a dragon. Okay, so we've got a dragon. We've got a flower. What that has to do with autumn, I'm not entirely sure yet. I have to be honest with you. But with all this white light and expect the unexpected, the whole point of having a clean sheet is you don't know what's coming up. So are the dragons about to materialise in a more real way? I'm being taken to Nessie, for example, Loch Ness Monster. I don't know. It feels as though, I don't know whether it's that or it's something else, but I'm feeling the dragons coming in autumn. Can I pull a card on that, please? What am I feeling here? Which deck do I need? Let's just go for this. I will go back to August in a moment, but I just want to see what this is about because then we can track back. Autumn 2023. What am I picking up? The King of Cups and the Six of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Well, I don't know what it is, but this autumn there's a lot of emotion around. Look at all those cups. It's like we're drowning in cups. There's a lot of watery energy. reflecting on the past, thinking about what we want in the future. I don't know what this is. I'm just going to put that to one side for a moment. So we've got a lot of emotion coming up in the autumn, and it feels as though the dragon will just help to clear that for whatever reason, okay? Dragon energy. And the flower, let's have one more that goes with the flower. What goes with the flower? It's like the goddess energy. The divine feminine energy and the dragon energy coming in strongly this autumn. Okay. All right. I don't know why I'm being taken there, but let's just park that. It might make more sense when we get to October, November. I'll revisit it then. Let's try and stay on track because there is enough going on this month to just focus on August. Okay. Let's pull some tarot cards then for August. And I'm going to first ask, what are the overall blocks? What are the overall blocks? What are the problem areas? What are the challenges this August? So problems, challenges, difficulties this August. Where is it landing particularly? This is to do with money. Okay, so money issues coming up as a problem. We also have a judgment on it, and we have a choice. Judgment and choice over money. I think this is collective. I've noticed personally in my own little town, just my own little shops I go to, more and more notices going up in shop windows with people saying, we do take cash, okay? We do take cash, or encouraging the use of cash. We know that we are, one of the timelines that I'm not very comfortable with, which is a potentiality, is going more into this sort of digital age where, everything is just digital. There is no cash left. I had a few examples even when I was in France where, the card wouldn't work in various machines for whatever reason, and I didn't have they wouldn't accept cash and all of that. And then old people who, they can't do online banking, it's like, seems to be like it's, for whatever reason, I don't know why. I suppose it's because it's 8-8, isn't it? So it's the energy of abundance. 8, the infinity sign, it's all about money, it's about power. Don't give your power away. Don't forfeit the right to never use cash by never using cash. You're playing into their hands, okay? We can campaign, we can stamp our feet, we can say it's not fair. How many times recently, if you're honest, have you used cash, okay? At the expense of using your card. The more that we use it, the more that we offer it, the more that we will have a choice as to whether we can use it or not. So it's a judgment call that's coming through this month. But it also might be that finances, for whatever reason, are a little bit tight. We're obviously going through a time in our world where people are finding it more difficult financially in all sorts of countries, cost of living crisis, etc. So that is arising in a month which is about money, 8. It's about abundance. 8 is the energy of abundance. So one of the things we're being asked to have a clean slate over is maybe to pay our debts if we're able to not accrue debts when we don't have to not live beyond our means, okay? To live within our means is what I'm trying to say, to live within our means. But equally not to go into scarcity abundance where we're terrified. That doesn't help either. I was watching a beautiful video the other day, and can I give a shout out? No, because my phone's not here. I'll link it below. It was a channel where this guy, he's American, he travels into different parts of America. I think he was in Appalachia, is that how you say it? Appalachia. And he was visiting this guy, I think he was called Titus, And he wasn't Amish, but he lived a very Amish lifestyle. He just lived on the land. He lived on his own. He fished. He grew vegetables. No, in fact, he didn't. He only ate plant-based foods. That's right. He was plant-based. But the point was, he had everything, actually. I was going to say he had very little, but he actually had everything because he just lived off the land, and it was just an extraordinary life. But why I'm mentioning it is that he didn't use money. He just, I don't think he even has a national identity number. He's totally off grid. But the most beautiful man. I really appreciated being in his company for an hour. So I will link it below. But yeah, he had everything. So as I say, living within your means, appreciating the simple things in life, the rose, etc., all of that. But definitely, I feel as though there's something here about money, and if money is a problem for you, needing to try to clear your debts, to a clean slate, it's better to, the King of Pentacles, interesting, he's on the bottom of the deck, but you see, Titus could be the King of Pentacles as well. This guy I was talking about, who virtually has no money. He just lives such a simple life, but he's absolutely the King of Pentacles because he's got everything that he needs. Everything materially that he needs is provided for him, okay, from the land. Okay, so the first message then is linked into the energy of money. Let's use the Christ deck now, and let's go to, I'll get to the good stuff in a moment, but I need to see what the blocks are. Let's see any other block, please, Jesus, with regards to August. So in particular, what are people going to be struggling with? We already had the card of forgiveness, didn't we, in the other deck? Let's see what this deck says we might be struggling with. So what's going to be coming up, okay, for us to be looking at? Okay, well, we've got the first card on the deck, which is it's the Christ consciousness energy. This is Jesus, and he says, follow my lead. You see, what he's taking me there to is the initial story when he gathers the disciples. And if you know your New Testament, you will remember that the disciples that he called to follow him were simple fishermen. They were very everyday, humble, normal human beings. He didn't summon the kings and the queens and the noblemen of his day. He summoned the fishermen. And there's something in that. I feel as though there's something here about, when I was talking about distractions and what can help deviate us from our path, because we want to be getting to the potential, okay, and diving for the wisdom. But if all the time we're distracted by the trappings, whether it's trappings of fame or glamour or what this person's doing, what that person's doing, celebrity, even, you might not appreciate what I'm saying here, but I really believe this. I completely get that there are people in our world that have behaved appallingly over many decades, that many might like to see be brought to justice, okay? What we have to trust is that they will be brought to justice in due course and in the right time, in divine timing. But for us to be almost salivating over potential arrests or downfalls of people in power or who were in power, what it's actually doing is it's zapping our energy. It's taking away our joy. It's taking away our light, and it's taking away our focus from trying to just reach our own summit. If we could just understand that much that we wish to see has already been taken care of, still has to play out because light has already won, but to not keep feeding this insatiable need for the latest drama, the latest gossip. And that's a very strong addiction. We all suffer from it, myself included. No one is completely innocent of this, with the exception probably of somebody like Titus. And that's why the video with him was so beautiful, because it's like, wow, you really aren't interested in any of this crap, are you? Good for you that you're not. And he has one telephone. He doesn't have a mobile phone. He's just got a landline, and it literally sits in a shed, and it's outside his house. He doesn't even allow it in his house. And then if it rings, they just have to leave a message, and then he might call them back a week later. He might not. It's brilliant. There's no TV, there's no radio, there's none of it. Now, I know we can't all be like that. And indeed, there's much to be enjoyed, with regards to media. I like, you're watching me on YouTube. Hopefully you're enjoying this video. I watch YouTube. I enjoy videos, but there is a middle way, isn't there? If we're goggle-eyed to the box or to the latest development in the news or whatever, we aren't living our best life, my friends. I'm really feeling a pull to this, and have been really for the last couple of years. And it's been growing, and it's been growing, and it's been growing within me. This need to, when I say step back, I'm not going to disappear. I'm always going to be here. I'm always going to be doing this work. But I say no to things a lot these days. And I do so because I want to claw back the time for myself to just do the basic things like cook a good meal, go for a walk, help my daughters clear their rooms out, whatever it is, basic stuff, humble stuff actually. It's the energy of chop wood, carry water, not always just saying yes for the sake of saying yes because it could do this, it could do, no. So how do we get onto all of this? We got onto it because of the Jesus just saying, follow my lead. He called simple, humble people. And there's something in that, the template of simplicity, of humbleness. It all fits in with this white ray of purity. Okay. It also feels as though, okay, I've got him here now. Again, I'm sorry to say it, but this came up as a challenge card. This is the energy of walk the talk. So it's all very well to, for example, nod our head in agreement and say, yeah, we really agree with, for example, the tenets of Christ consciousness, which basically is just being a good, decent human being, being able to show compassion and gentleness and humbleness and, sow peace and not sow hate and etc. It's one thing to say it, it's another thing to do it. Okay, it's another thing to do it. It's walking the talk. And it feels as though this is a month where we're going to maybe be tripped up sometimes when we don't walk the talk. And that's okay. You're a human being. You're allowed to make mistakes. I certainly do. But the trick is to notice when you've done it and then try not to do it again, to learn from it, to forgive yourself for your weaknesses, your shortfallings. This miracle zone as well takes us obviously into the energy of Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. If that's something that you work with, you can do that. The power of chanting as well, very powerful all of the time, but I'm feeling that can be a help this month. I think the power of prayer also coming through very strongly this month. Anything that can get you into a place where you are reflecting on who you are, what you need, diarying, journaling, quiet time basically, because this is all about clearing. You need time, you need space to do that. Okay, so that's that. I feel as though I'd like to pull one more challenge card and then we'll get on to the blessings. I'd like to look at the Metatron deck, and I'm going to pull a card from here with regards to anything else. I'm putting Metatron in now. August. So anything else that's going to trip us up this August, Metatron. Yes. Also, I'm sure maybe you can't see the card just because I know the card so well, you see. It's my own little private moment then. This is the card of Cosmos Mirrors You. What can trip you up this month? You get, it's what this card is basically. It's walk the talk. It's like you get what you put into things. What you put out there is what you will get back. It's also the energy of projection. Okay, what you're projecting onto others maybe is actually what we have got unresolved within ourselves or unhealed within ourselves. It's the great big mirror ball, okay? It's the great big mirror ball in the sky, which basically says, okay, what are you going to put into August? What are you going to put out there? And this is to do with your thoughts as well, okay? What are you wishing to create? It's going to be reflected right back at you. You know, the more that we evolve on our spiritual path and ascend further, we have to realize that we hold greater power than we ever have done. And so therefore our negative thoughts, our toxic thoughts, our lower thoughts come back to us very, very fast, very, very fast, much faster than they ever did. And in the same way that positive thoughts come back much quicker. If you're kind to somebody, kindness is shown to you. If you're generous of heart, generosity is shown to you. If you can be peace, you'll be shown peace. If you can sow forgiveness, forgiveness will be shown to you. But equally, if you show anger, anger will be shown to you. You might be noticing in your families, your workplaces, your relationships, it's as though we all bounce off each other. We always have done, but it's just becoming more and more apparent now. So be very aware of that big mirror ball. It'd be quite good, actually, in all seriousness, every day. Just need some water to get up and to imagine, or before you go to sleep at night, if we think about the work of Wayne Dyer, hold on a minute. What Wayne always said was, before you go to sleep at night, I've said this a few times, what you're thinking of just before you go to sleep, that stays in your subconscious for hours. So if you're worrying or you know, fearful or all of this, that is regurgitating and processing and amplifying through your body whilst you're trying to sleep, whilst you're trying to heal. That's what your body's trying to do when it's asleep. You know, don't do that. So instead, maybe just imagine, you know, these moons that we're going to be seeing through the month in all their glory as like great big mirror balls, okay? Great big glittery mirror balls that you'd normally see on a disco dance floor or a showroom. And it's just a reminder in terms of, okay, be very careful what you're projecting out, what you're thinking of. Make it as positive as you can. Make it as hopeful as you can. Make it as healthy as you can. Make it as ambitious as you can. Make it as happy as you can. And there's a great saying, fake it till you make it. And I really believe that as well, because I'm very aware lots of people at the moment feel a bit, nah, I did yesterday. You know, it's just like, it is quite tough at the moment. You can have your down days. But even on the down days, you've got to try to force the smile. You've got to try to go to bed at night and put some positive energy into it. Or, again, going back to that energy of the cloud, the future you, spend some time with future you, you know. Chat to her, chat to him. Talk, you know, exchange thoughts. So you could ask them, what is the bridge that I need to get me to a happier place, to a healthier place? Let's just ask that, actually, of the cards. What is the bridge energy that we need this month, Metatron? Because, yes, there are some pitfalls that we don't want to fall into. We don't want to sabotage our success. We want to get to this clean sheet. We want to reach our full potential. We want to be ever forward, ever onward. What's the bridge? Okay, the bridge is this: communication and air. It's what I was just saying to you. Somebody asked me a question yesterday about how do you communicate to the angels? Does it have to be something you actually physically say out loud, or can it just be thoughts, you know, that you've got in your head? You're thinking it in your head and you're saying it to Metatron or Raphael or Jesus, whoever it is. It's a private sort of two-way conversation. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how the communication is. It can be, you know, it can be telepathic, it can be spoken, it can be silent prayer, It's just as long as you're having it. And again, I come back to this point, which is like, you tend to want to do that when you're not distracted by the phone, the film, the wine, the food, whatever it is, whatever your weakness is. You know, at the end of the day, you don't get to the mountain on a diet of... You get to the mountain on a healthy diet, don't you? You know, with discipline, with willpower, with taking it a day at a time. So, yeah, we have the air elemental and we have communication. I just feel like there's another message here. Hold on a minute. Have I got the air elemental to hand? Oh, yeah. I just need to get the air elemental. Hold on. Right. Air elemental. August. Air elemental. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, where I live, it literally is windy every day. I've often thought it'd be lovely to do videos by the beach. No chance. No chance. It's blowing a bloody gale most days. But there's a positive to everything. It's the wind, in all seriousness, it's blowing, it's helping to clear. I've never known a summer like this. Every day it's windy. I've said before, it's like the Mistral has arrived in the UK, which isn't possible. But that's what it feels like. It's just like every day. It's the wind. So again, clearing. One more card. Air elemental. Oh, okay, yes. Okay, now I'm aware of what I'm doing. Right. Air is linked into the mind. So for the peace, for the clarity, for the clean sheet to come in, we need to stop thinking so much. To give ourselves space, to not overthink. This month is going to be a lot of feelings with all these moons, okay? There's a lot of feelings, there's a lot of emotions, there's a lot of potential for you to check in with yourself, but don't then overthink it. Then you're getting into worry, then you're getting into fretting, then you're getting into what if, then you're getting into, well, if this happens, that could happen, then this will happen. No, stop all that, okay? So speak up, let it go, and then let it go, okay? Right, let us now get into the next part of this video, and I'd like to look at, we've talked about the challenges. Let's just see what else wants to come in this month. This wants to come in this month. This wants to come in this month. August 2023. Let's just tune in together. August 2023. I'm seeing this spike on the Schumann resonance. You know, if you follow the Schumann resonance, you know the big white, like it looks like, I'm seeing like the great big white tooth. That's what it looks like when it has a really big spike. So there's going to be lots of spikes on the Schumann resonance is the first thing that I'm seeing. This is good, I'm hearing, this is good. Well, I'm also hearing lay low. So there might be days where you've just got to lay low to let it do what it needs to do, to integrate it within yourself. We might have some blackouts as well linked into that. I feel it's going to interfere with radio and media signals a little bit. So I'm seeing the Schumann resonance. I keep seeing this big tooth, like a walrus tooth, but it almost feels like a shark's tooth as well. Shark's tooth, a walrus tooth. Picking up those two animals in particular. The shark. Seeing weird behaviour with the sharks. Predatory sharks. I mean, might be happening. I'm feeling as though sharks are coming into waters that they don't normally usually come into, or they're coming closer into beaches which they don't normally come into. It is something to watch for, actually, without us all getting terrified and going back to Jaws movie. I'm seeing predatory sharks. Okay, so I'm definitely seeing that. I'm seeing fossils. This walrus tooth feels like a fossil. It's to do with fossils. So I don't know whether there's a discovery of fossils somewhere, which for whatever reason I'm being shown. I don't know why. I'm just going to give you that. What else am I being given? August. Spirit, what else is coming in, please? You know, a rainbow goes like that. There's another one that goes the other way. I haven't got my phone, so I can't check what it's called. Is it called a moonbow? Is there such a thing as a moonbow? Or a snowbow? A moonbow? I'm hearing moonbow. So this is literally like an arc of white light, wispy white light in the sky. It's like a reverse rainbow. But it's a blessing. It's a sign of blessing when you see that. Okay. Let's go to this deck now. Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reid. Wanted to bring this one in for whatever reason. Let's see what messages this deck has for us. Okay, August. I feel as though there's going to be more news coming in from Antarctica. I'm being taken to that part of the world. Discoveries there. Oh, I think I saw something about this in the news, actually. Okay. Wasn't there something about a pyramid being discovered in Antarctica from some sort of satellite photograph? They took a satellite photograph and there's a shape of a pyramid structure in Antarctica. It's like a hidden realm for whatever reason. So this card's just come out, which is the High Lord of Gratitude and Service, selflessness, humility, and conscious action. And we've got the Buddhist monk. And then on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Shadow Queen. Yeah, these are two conflicting energies that are out there at the moment, but I'd like you to see them within yourself rather than always in other people. So the Shadow Queen can be manipulative. She can be manipulative, she's insecure, she's acquiring knowledge, but doing so maybe in a more devious, manipulated way. Now, you see, because when I was talking about Antarctica, I was thinking, oh God, people are going to start talking about so-and-so. I know there's a few people that specialise in this. I'm not sure of their energy, and I'm not even going to say anything else other than that. So please don't name people who do some of that work, because there are shadow light workers out there. Let's just put it that way. There are shadow light workers who love to tempt you in. I'm being shown like a bag of goodies. It's like a bag of goodies, and there's all these secrets and mysteries, and I'm the one with the knowledge and wisdom, and you don't know what I know, and so would you like to know? And they do these videos, and a lot of it is distorted and some of it is ridiculous, but a lot of people are falling for it. Again, the energy of discernment being very, very important at this time. So go to yourself, go to your own higher self when you're shown something. The pyramid in Antarctica is a good example of it. What does it represent to you? Okay, if we just go there in our mind now, on the white ray, let Metatron take you there, and we're seeing like a bird's eye view, and we're seeing the pyramid that is in a land mass, which looks pyramid shaped. It's like, well, why is that there? What could that be about? Forget about what so-and-so said or this person said. What are you feeling it could be? That's often where the truth is, okay? So we've got two templates out there running riot through August. We've got the shadow light workers represented by the Shadow Queen. who are actually leading people astray. They're leading them away from their own higher selves. Always beware a teacher who takes you away from your own higher self. You should always be being encouraged to go back and tune into what's going on with you. How are you feeling? What do you think? Okay. This is a better model through August. The humble servant, the high lord of gratitude and service. There to just, it's about humility, selfless service to others, and conscious action, being conscious rather than being manipulative. Okay, so those templates are out there in the collective, but we own them within ourselves as well. It's the energy of the two wolves within ourselves. Which one do you feed? The good wolf or the bad wolf? Make sure you're feeding the good wolf. You're going to get much further from it. Although, of course, both teach you something, but this is a month to be working with the white light. Okay. How are we doing for time? I think I will wrap this video up now with one more card, and we're going to go back to the Sacred Destiny deck. Okay, and then we're going to leave it there. I will come back for Lionsgate and we will have a look at the energy of it there. In fact, let's just have a preview card for Lionsgate, please. I'm getting somebody tickling my chin as I'm doing that. It's like a tickly energy on the chin. What is that? Is that like a Merlin type energy? I'm not sure. It's like somebody with a beard. We have the energy of stillness. Again, another white symbol. The white swan, the white wolf, the white rose, the white light. It's all about the white ray. The beautiful energy of stillness. Lionsgate will be a moment for us to be still, to awaken to wonder, to listen to the wisdom of the swan. I have promised also a twin flame video, so I will try and do that for Lionsgate as well. But we are just going to leave this here with the beauty of the swan. What is she trying to say to us? To appreciate the journey, to appreciate the journey. I'm also being shown Swan Lake for pretty obvious reasons as well, but within Swan Lake there's a black swan and a white swan as well, isn't there? There's definitely something coming through here about leadership and following the lead of those that are true and pure of heart, is what I'm hearing, of heart. It's a month to be led from the heart and by the heart, and be around those of the heart, and those that are of this energy. I feel as though there's going to be more people exposed. Anything else to say on that? Yeah, I've got the energy of purification, you see, the sunflower. It's as though we're going to be able to more clearly see the light and the shadows within ourselves, but equally within others as well. So yeah, this is a month of great purification, stay with the white light, stay with the white ray, and you won't go far wrong. Let's end with a final message from this spray today, white light. Pure white light download. I'm just being shown great simplicity. For some reason, I'm being shown a kiss, an innocent kiss. I don't know why. It feels as though it's a kiss from spirit. It's really beautiful. It's just like a very simple, innocent kiss from spirit to you. Signing off, they're saying, to this video, so that you can focus on what you need to focus on now and what is important. Go and spend a couple of minutes after watching this video, journal some thoughts, take a few deep breaths, feel into how you are feeling right now, acknowledge what it is that you need, say what needs to be said, and give gratitude and thanks to this beautiful planet and to life and to spirit that guides you and to your soul that chose this moment to be here. Have a beautiful August. I'll be back soon. Lots of love. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye for now. Bye.